Do you ever imagine that the setting of your home and the things you do indoor can cause overcrowding in your home? Do you think that that is impossible? I will explain. Welcome and thank you for joining us on another episode of Property Doctor, the show that brings to property owners and users the easiest remedies on how to manage your homes and make them look beautiful all by yourself and also for you to make money. On this episode, we'll be discussing how to manage overcrowding in our homes. But first, what is overcrowding? So, overcrowding or crowding is the presence of more people or things in a space that is comfortable, safe, permissible, or even considered tolerable from a safety and health perspective, which will depend on current environment and public health cultural norms. Overcrowding may arise temporarily or regularly or even permanently in our homes, in our public spaces, or in public transport. What are the things that can be crowded? Various things and places that can be crowded in our homes include the sitting room, or maybe generally the living room, the bedroom, the kitchen, the store, the hallway, corridors, verandas. Different places can be crowded. If these places are not well set and arranged, they will become so crowded and unbearable for the dwellers of that particular building. Some things that can be scattered around the house include our clothes, maybe shoes, furniture, or too many things being around the area. And this can present the building unpleasant to the users and guests. Overcrowding reduces the space in our homes and in our buildings. Let us look at the effects of overcrowding in our homes. For residential buildings, when it is being built or when it has been built or during the design stage, there are certain amounts of building material that will be used, and when there's overcrowding in that building, it may affect the structure. These materials can easily be worn out and thereby causing a collapse of the building. Let me not talk too much about the design of the building, but you know, when a building is meant for residential purposes and you've now changed it to maybe like a bar or maybe a clubhouse or even a church or a mosque, that building is already overcrowded and the building was not designed for that. It can affect it. Also, overcrowding can lead to the excessive use of utilities. For example, if the building is like a two-bedroom apartment or a two-bedroom flat, as it's being called here in Nigeria, it is built to carry maybe 2 to 3 people in that particular apartment, or a family of just 2 to 3 or 5, or as you can plan it. But it ends up being crowded with maybe 10 people or more. There will be so much need of water and the use of essential facilities in the house, and also the soakaway pits will get full quickly. That is when you're not using the central sewer system. Another factor is the transmission of diseases with the epidemic potential, such as tuberculosis, cholera, typhus, scabies, and so many diseases can be transmissible within the building or within the people staying in the building. The outbreak of diseases are more frequent and more severe when there's overcrowding in the apartment. Take, for example, during this coronavirus pandemic, taking a look at the current COVID-19 cases around the world, overcrowding is not a good way of staying safe. So if our homes are not well taken care of and arranged properly this festive period, it will become hazardous to us, the home users and the homeowners, and even our guests who may not be familiar with our homes. Thank you for staying with us on this episode. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll talk more about tips on how to control overcrowding in our homes and how to manage the space in our homes to prevent the homes from being overcrowded. Stay tuned. Welcome back. And how are you enjoying the festive period and the end of year period? If you're just joining us for the first time, you're watching Property Doctor, and on this episode we are discussing how to manage overcrowding in our homes. Now, Here are some tips on how you can control or manage overcrowding in your homes. I know there are so many tips, but I'll be talking about a few just this period. Do proper setting of your home, like arrangement of your furniture and putting the things that you are using at the right place at the right time, so that it does not cause a clutter in your home. Return things to proper place when they are not in use. Open windows for ventilation. It is very important so that you have fresh air in the building. Provide better information or list of things you might forget to avoid scattering things all around. You can dispose unwanted or useless things in the house. Some unwanted things may be clothes that you're not even using, shoes, or even furniture. There are so many things that we've not used in 1 year and they're still with us in the house. Those things that you have not used for years can be given away. That means you can do without those things. So you can give them to those who need them immediately. You can build shelves by your refrigerator or behind the door to keep items away or to keep items neatly. You can have a double bunk bed for children and for keeping their belongings, so that you don't have so many beds in the house. But when you have like this double bed, you can put the beds one on top of the other, and the children can actually stay there. Then you have side shelves by this bed to keep their things, even their toys. Also, storage areas can be used as decorative items at home to store and to decorate as well. Having an attic in your home is very important when you don't have so much space to use. So you can store unused items there. The attic is the area by the roof where you can do maybe like a storage area and put things in that particular area, things that are not used generally at home. Now, you can make provision for extra guests so that you all can be safe. Plan a bigger apartment if you want to increase the number of your family. Maybe if you're staying in a 2-bedroom flat and you want to have more children, you start planning having a bigger apartment so that when the kids come, they too can enjoy themselves. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Property Doctor. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly do so on the link below, and also follow us on Facebook at Property Doctor NG, on Instagram at Property Doctor NG, and on Twitter at Property Doc NG. Make sure you join us next week Tuesday as we'll be having another exciting episode. Have a beautiful week ahead. Merry Christmas and a prosperous new year in advance. We believe 2021 will be a great year for all of us. Stay blessed.